On this week's Around the Community, we traveled down to the Washington Township Fire Department, where Assistant Fire Chief John Clark was spending his final days before he moves on to a new job. We'll have more with John in a few minutes. Also, hundreds of Sauer Kraut lovers gather in Bruce Township. Macomb gets a new magazine, and the Romeo School Board elects a new president. We'll have these and more stories on this week's edition of Around the Community. At a recent Washington Township trustee meeting, Assistant Fire Chief John Clark informed the board that he had made the decision to become the chief of the Delta Township Fire Department. Thus, he will be leaving Washington Township on January 17th. John was instrumental in getting the grant for the new fire station on 27 Mile Road. He will miss the department and the friends he made. We caught up with John a couple days before he left.
I'm here with some other news this time. The last time I had a news presentation, we were talking about building a new fire station, which we're in now. You can see in the background part of the station, the new station. We built this station in about 9 months, which was incredible, with help of a $1.5 million grant from DHS, and we moved in November. About the time it moved in, I had another opportunity with a fire department on the west side of the state to apply for the fire chief's position there. After a little bit of soul searching and evaluating things in my personal life, my professional life, I felt like it was a great opportunity for me to make that professional move. And I informed the township right before Christmas that I was going to be leaving and taking the job. So it's a sad time to leave, but it's kind of a win-win situation. It's a good opportunity for the department to tighten their belt a little bit and restructure some manpower, and it gives me the opportunity to move into the chief's position. So I've enjoyed my time in the township. Really had no aspirations to leave, and thought at one point that I would succeed Chief Terry when he retired, but there's a reason for everything, and the reasons laid out the best that my opportunity was to take the position in Delta Township. So I appreciate everybody's support in the township, working with everybody, the other law enforcement and fire agencies in the area, as well as the general public, and look forward to staying in touch with everybody in the fire service over here.
Did you know that there's two types of deposits that you can make at the Citizens Bank in the historical village of Romeo? One, of course, is money, and the other is you can take items to be donated to our troops. This military package drive will correspond with the Romeo Romantic Days and Chocolate Festivals, February 11th and 12th. They're looking for personal items, playing cards, and magazines. So head on over to the Citizens Bank and make a deposit. After many years on the school board, Sarah Murray has been elected as the new school board president. Anita Banish will be the VP, Joe Fortuna will step in at secretary spot, and Ed Sosnowski will now act as the board treasurer. Sarah stopped by the station to give us a little insight on what to expect this coming year.
Hello, I'm Sarah Murray, president of the Board of Education for Romeo Community Schools. There are so many wonderful things that happen in our schools and community every day that I don't think many people are aware of. First of all, we have wonderful students who do great things every day. I just attended the monthly Student of the Month breakfast at Retzi to honor 14 high school students who were recognized for their achievements during the month of December. It's not a recognition just for their academics, although that does play a role, but also for their contributions in making Romeo High School a better place for all students. One of my favorite things to do as a board member is see the students recognize their achievements. I try to attend different sporting events, drama productions, band and choral concerts, as well as visit the schools on a regular basis. There's so many things to be proud of our schools, our kids, and our district. It's not just our students that are exemplary, but also our staff. We truly have highly qualified, wonderful, caring, dedicated staff here in Romeo. The whole community should be proud of our students and our district. We have two new board members. Mr. Joe Fortuna was just elected in November and sworn into office in January. Mr. Ed Sosnowski was appointed by the board in November to fill a vacant seat when another board member resigned. Both of these gentlemen are great additions to the Board of Education. They'll be bringing new ideas and vision, and I'm looking forward to working with both of them. There's quite a bit to learn as a school board member, but I've already seen the desire to learn about the process and the willingness to work with everyone in both of them. My focus at this point is for the entire board to continue to work together respectfully, knowing that we all have different ideas, thoughts, and talents that we bring to the board, And we may not always agree on everything, and that's okay. We're 7 different people, but we need to be respectful of each other. Another goal I have is to communicate more effectively with the community about all the wonderful things happening all across Romeo Community Schools. You as a whole have given us remarkable students, and we will continue to provide them with the best possible education and help them foster the love for lifelong learning. Thank you.
Well, once again, George VanHoutte invited about 125 Sauer Kraut lovers out to his 33-mile road farm in Bruce Township for a night of making the German treat. George provided all the equipment, the salt and the cabbage to make sauerkraut. And you won't believe this, they made 6,500 pounds of sauerkraut. That's over 3 tons. They use a mixture of white and green cabbage, white for water content and green stores better. This year he even added a new American-made shredder to make that part of the operation a lot easier. This is becoming an annual event, so if you want to get in on next year's, just give us a call here at the station and everything is free. The co-founders of the new Macomb Now magazine stopped by the station recently to let residents know of their new endeavor. The magazine will be on the newsstands 4 times a year, and we're looking forward to that in the coming months. During Midnight Madness, we all got our first look at the Romeo trolley, and then it also appeared in the village Santa Claus parade. The trolley represents the history of the carriage industry that is part of Romeo's past. When people come to town, it will be a great way to promote tourism. With the holiday season being a thing of Christmas past, we wanted to let you know what St. John's Lutheran Church hosted right before Christmas. The sharing tree took over the church's gym where volunteers organized and wrapped thousands of gifts for over 3,000 local families in need and the elderly in nursing homes. As you can see, this was no small task to take on. To make this possible, the sharing tree needs donations throughout the year. If you're interested in making a donation to make someone's Christmas a bit brighter next year, please mail your check in care of the Caring Tree to the Samaritan House at 62324 Van Dyke. That's down in Washington, Michigan, 48094. Great job by all the people at St. John's Lutheran Church. Congratulations. Thanks for tuning in to Around the Community. As you can see here, I'm at the Romeo Senior Center. We have a lab set up where we teach seniors how to use the internet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We also do it down at Washington Township at their Senior Center. So it's easy to do. Just give Channel 6 or the Parks and Rec a call and we'll sign you up. And the teachers are here. They're great. They'll teach you a lot of things that are a lot of fun. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week on Around the Community.